So, I want to talk about two things. And that question was real. How many of you want something? How many of you want more? Does anybody in here not want more? I really, really want you to think about that. You want more? Everybody wants more. Okay. Can you handle it? Why do we always want more? See, so I'm going to show you something. So yes, everybody wants more. Okay, keep that in mind, okay? But we need to talk about water. I guess more so the storm. And honestly, I guess, I wrote one thing. That's what I wrote down. There's two things I wrote down here. I wrote storms and I wrote capacity. Those are the two concepts. I didn't usually, I would write some stuff out. I would have a general idea of where I'm going with this. But I already know where I'm going with, we're going to talk about capacity. But before I get there, let's talk about a storm real quick. So everybody wants more. Now, how many people are facing problems? How many of you are in a storm right now, a metaphorical storm? And how many of you have been through one? No, come on. I know some people. It's a weird question. Good. So I know a lot of people, this is where it gets really religious for some of you. That's where we start talking about the devil. The devil usually will come at you, the enemy. Maybe sometimes it's life. And that is really your storm in that sense. But I really want you to understand why you go through. This is a positive thing I need to tell you. Most of you guys are going through some challenge even right now. But have you ever thought about why? Why are you going through your storm? But better yet now, why do you want more? So the verse I instantly think about, there's a few times, there was Jesus on the boat. We talked about that. You remember? This is an old Philo. Jesus was on the boat. There was a big storm. Remember, he rebuked the wind. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Yeah? And so think about it. Jesus got mad because they were in a storm and they woke him up. And they're like, yo, man, Jesus, we about to die. And he said, wait a minute. He said, why would you wake me up? He said, you don't even have faith. In the context to that story, him and the disciples were leaving one place that they were already doing something very good in. And then they were going to another place where they were going to go spread the word more and keep doing what they needed to do. So I've heard that story many times, but have you ever asked, why did that storm happen? Was it so Jesus could show off his skills? Was it through all this? And honestly, I can ask a lot of questions with it. The point I'm trying to get at, and I know these last few Philos, they've been kind of aggressive. So I hope I could leave you with this positive message here. You're going through your storm for a reason. Okay? Not purification. It's not this. The point was, the storm was trying to stop them. Now, middle of being somebody trying to stop you, it's easy to lose faith. Yes or no? You don't think you're going to go do something and all of your friends have people to say, people you don't even know, all of this, you're in the process of doing something. You don't think you're going to lose faith at any moment? You're going to be like, yo, Jesus, are you still asleep, man? Do you see this? So this is why I'm telling you this. Because I don't know if any of you have taken the time to sit and really look at what you're going through and ask yourself why, in this sense, why me? That's why even yesterday I felt very grateful. It wasn't negative. It was grateful because I was like, wow. I was like, I'm just appreciative for everything, every aspect of my life. And I was like, damn, I don't know why I was chosen to just be me. not to do certain things. I don't care. It has nothing to do with who I talk to, this and that, being on the internet. No, it's just like, wow. I felt very appreciative about that. But it's also like I didn't feel that way when I was going through this stuff that led me here. That's it. When I could tell you about Bitcoin 5 years ago, I could tell you all these cool stories, people I've met, people who did this and all that, but it didn't feel like it did today, back then. You see what I'm saying? When I looked out the window, I'm thanking God. I'm like, wow, can't believe it. But I remember a couple years ago, it was not like that. Even a few years before that, it just wasn't like that. But then you see where you're at today and what it's created. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, man. It's very, very simple. I really hope you guys are positive and you can really understand this. You're going through that storm because you're important. You didn't see that coming. You thought I was going to rip you apart. You've heard some of these aggressive Philos. Some of you are like, you're being mean, this and that. Nah, like I got love for you, for real. So I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't remind you this. That all of you in here are important, for real. That's corny, sounds whack as hell. I get it. But have you really realized your importance? Because again, like what Jesus and the disciples were doing on that trip when the storm really hit, they were doing a lot. Imagine if that boat crashed. That's why I care a lot about with what you guys are doing here today in 2021. I don't want to think about that. I don't want the boat to crash right now. It's not going to. I mean, God, I don't even have to wake up God about it. Because that, seriously, some of you are going, this is nothing to do with today. I just showed you the long term. I'm like, yo, look at these covered calls. Not today. 5 years from now. Where are you going to be? Think about it. Oh, I know you don't want the religious thing, Curtis. That's fine. Leave it all out there. You're important. Why can't you accept that? I don't know. That's what the book told me. I know it's a little magical and shit like that, but you're important. That's why you're going through stuff. Every single one of you. Wherever you're going to be in 5 years from now, it's not going to be where you're at right now. I rebuke any of you being worse off. But that, like we said, that's reality. It might happen. And I think it happens when you're not appreciative. But I also think it happens if you don't realize your importance. You guys, do you feel me on that? Because if you don't feel you're important, look at you yourself. Why are you're gonna not take care of your body? You're gonna put things in your body. You're gonna waste your time. You don't value yourself. You're not gonna value your time. You're not gonna think that you could accomplish stuff. Some of you will settle for shitty opportunities and investments because you're not viewing yourself as more. Some of you, I see the future you. I know what you could become. I've seen it. Again, I'm looking back at where I was. Some of you are the next Bill Gates. Some of you the next Buffett, Bill Ackman, whatever you want to call it. But if you never believe that, some of you are settling at a Dogecoin level. And I'm not throwing shade on it. Well, I am, but you know what I'm saying. But that's where I'm trying to say. Aim higher. But ultimately, it's hard to aim high if you don't value that. But like I'm saying, this boat isn't stopping here. There's a reason why this storm comes up out of nowhere and it is there to destroy you. Do you realize that's what it says in the text, the Bible? The devil is to seek, kill, and destroy. It is there to destroy you. If I could get you to believe you're not valuable, you're not worthy, I could get you to stop in your tracks, mission accomplished for the devil. That's why I'm telling some of you, like, do you realize the impact that you have, even if, what? You don't have money? Oh, people don't tell you it? Oh, you don't see it? That's today. Some of y'all haven't even watched my videos from 4 years ago. I'm saying the same shit. It's the same thing. So you need to value it. But this is ultimately what I'm trying to tell you. Remember, a lot of you, this stuck to you. This one stuck with you guys very, very well. I told you the devil is usually pretty, right? You remember that? A lot of you, that stuck with you guys. I heard you talk about it. So, let me give you another fact. The devil doesn't go after things that aren't valuable. If you weren't important, you would face a lot less storms, is what I'm trying to tell you. Some of you haven't realized that yet. Have you ever seen people and they don't struggle the same way? And they say everything's always kind of good? It's like they don't even, like, come on. Like, they don't have to, like, some of you have dealt with a lot. Honestly, some of you, I've dealt with a lot. You don't even know half the shit. Think about that. The devil only goes after what's important. He knows the Philo I'm saying he knows. He knows 5 years. He knows about the boat. He knows where the boat is destined. He knows if the boat gets there and all of you get off the boat, and then you start showing, look at where I came from. I wasn't supposed to have this and now I do this. He knows that. Today he knows that. That's why he can't stop it. Oh, but he can send some wind. You know, wind, you can't see the wind. These are these little thoughts that go through your ear saying, you're not this. You're never going to do that. Nah, man, just give up. All of that shit. Because he knows. So I think some of you are looking through a lens of, I'm facing problems. I'm facing these storms because insert whatever. But nah. It's because you're a valuable object right now. You're a valuable player on the board that if I could knock you out today, I'm not going to have to worry about your impact in the future. That's it. The devil is essentially trying to short you in a weird fashion. Think about that. If something was not important, you would not deal with it. And you see it. You literally see it. Some people, very selfish, they don't deal with the same storms. They didn't have to grow up and learn what you had to learn and face the life you faced. Because they're never going to help anybody. They're never going to do anything with it. I'm sorry, I hate to say that. That's true, though. They live a nice, just clean life. That's it. It's easy. It's just easy. Nothing about it. But I don't think that's the same for all of you. We have the Super Bowl next week, right? You realize with this Super Bowl, like, what if one of you went on the field? Honestly, think about that. Wide receiver. Yeah. I could picture it. It's like Eagle Eye. I got Eagle Eye as the wide receiver. They let him walk out on the field. He's playing for the Chiefs. Do you think they would guard him? Honestly, they wouldn't even guard me. Do you see what I'm saying? They would actually want you to get the ball. Why would they waste their time? Do you feel me? What am I saying? I'm saying if someone's not a threat, they're not going to guard you. So why do you think you're going through certain things? Like, what in this possible world is trying to stop you from getting to where you're going if you were not a threat to put points on the board? That's it. Because if someone's not a threat, it's not even, like, come on. You wouldn't even go after it. Yeah, look at Wall Street. That's why it got weird for me when I was like, why do they care so much? You remember that? The CNBC guy? The fact all these people stepped in. If it was GameStop at $50, nobody cared. They didn't give a fuck about it. Nobody talked about it. It's not going to do anything. Go ahead. Fucking play in the little... Do whatever you want. Oh, but all of a sudden, nobody saw that one coming. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Come on. You're getting guarded for a reason. Something is trying to stop you for a reason. You may not see it, or maybe you've gotten talked out of it. Oh, man. But you have something there. You are a real threat. You are a real threat to whatever the devil has planned, because he realizes, damn, it's going to be another person speaking positivity. It's going to be another person who literally took every single doubt and turned it into success. You're going to have people looking up to you. You're going to have other generations. You're going to be a beacon for your own community. If that wasn't a real possible threat, you would be, nothing would stop you. Oh, come on. See? So, I know you guys have got the Philos in the last few days, and I hope you know they all stand. I wasn't sugarcoating anything, but if I could remind you anything, yeah, there's reality of life. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all really don't feel me. Some of you do feel me. I hope you dig deeper. I hope you know the road is narrow. But at the same time, I do hope you know you're important. Like, for real. And that's where we have to start on all of it. And maybe that's why some people don't like it when I say you don't feel me. Because maybe if a human says enough words, you start doubting that. And nah, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't get hyped up by Philo. You shouldn't get taken down by Philo, because you should just know. You see what I'm saying? You're hearing it now. And some of you, when I say you are important, this is the only time that's entered your fucking brain. You are not, you're listening to other things. You're listening to fear. You're listening to FOMO. You're listening to all this stuff going in your head. But those words, I'm important. I'm important. Even when I say that, it's going through your ears. Your mind has to say, I'm important. You haven't said that. Some of you, well, just because you what? You don't have a nice car? Oh, you don't have the bank account that guy on the internet had? You can't, those words don't stick with you. That's bullshit. That's the plan. That's the devil's plan to stop you. See? So I hope you know you are important. Like that's literally, I know the last ones were very aggressive. They were true. I love the last Philos. But this one's different but necessary. Like, for real. You have to believe this. And I don't even care if you believe it. At least we could balance it out and make it there. But if, again, though, the fact of the matter is, if you weren't important, nobody would really care. And what I mean about that is that you wouldn't be dealing with shit, man. Trust me. Trust me. Have you asked why? So that's what leads me to what I started with. How many of you want more? All of you say yes. That's great. But have you talked about capacity? That's something I prayed for the other day. I said, God, you already know what I want. You know I'm willing to work for it. And maybe sometimes I say more than I really am when it comes to that. But I needed capacity. Instead of saying I'm not important, instead of looking at it from, oh man, what can I get? What can I do? Look at, someone said, I need a Ferrari, God, but that's the whole point. I think God wants to give you a Ferrari. This is where I start sounding like prosperity gospel. But I really hope you could feel me on this. Because I think God wants you to have a Ferrari, but I don't know if you have the capacity to handle it. That's what I'm saying, because that's what I realized. Because I asked myself, and I look at what I had today. If I got it earlier, it would be different. If I looked at another point, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. That's why I started asking God. I was like, yo, man, I said, thank you for putting me right where I'm at today. Because that means I have the capacity to handle this. So what I need is more capacity. I don't need anything else. I don't need you to give me an item. I don't need you to give me something material. I don't need you to hand me anything. Because if I had more capacity, I would get it. And you see, that's why I asked some of you, what do you want? Because how many of you want things, but you've never looked at your own capacity? Like, what can you handle? How many of you are going crazy and being aggressive about something you want and playing it back over and over in your mind and getting FOMO and getting this and getting that over something you couldn't even handle? I know it's humbling. It's so humbling. Because don't forget, you're important. And you see, you know what part of that means? When you're important, accepting that raises your capacity right off the bat. The minute you could come to your mind and say, hey, I'm here for a reason. I have an objective. I do have a purpose. The minute you realize that, capacity increases. But even then, why are we looking for more and stressing over something that you need something else? So this is what I wanted to show you. Are you ready? Hold on. Let me show it to you. I thought this was fun. I like this little freestyle, this freestyle Philo. Y'all see that? What is this? It's a cup. It's filled with water. So I have my computer here. I have all my screens, everything. I got another water bottle. What do you guys think? Should I fill it up more? Should I pour more water from here into there? Imagine if this was boiling water. Just look at it. What would happen if I pour more right now? My computer's going to turn off. I break everything. So you guys want me to put more? The stream might end if I put more water in. But I think that's what... Should I do it? Because we want more, right? There's clearly more water I could put in. I have more. I could get more. Do you feel me? Again, imagine if that was boiling. Even the what? Not to make a mess. To not break a PC. You wouldn't put more water in that. If I handed that to you, you guys would be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You would get mad if the Starbucks lady handed you that cup with hot coffee and it was spilling out the top. You would be mad. You would try to sue her. Isn't that something? I think it is. So I'm asking, how many of you are asking for more water? How many of you are asking for more stuff to put into the damn cup when you could be asking for a bigger cup? You know what I'm going to say next. You see what I'm saying? You need to ask for a bigger cup. Start asking for more capacity. Say, yo, God, thank you. I'm appreciative of this. I am here for a purpose. I'm ready for my purpose. I'm ready to do something like this. Okay. Give me the capacity to handle what you got me here for. Or show me how to get the capacity. I don't know. The water is there. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I have faith, I hope you have faith. I said childlike faith. We talked about it. You don't think God can snap his, like, if you really believe in God, come on. Are you telling me God doesn't snap his fingers? He don't even have to snap. And he could give you whatever you want right now. Come on. The water is there. The water is there at any moment. It's waiting for you. But if you don't have the capacity to handle it, and you're focusing on water instead of where you're going to fucking put it, do you think God, are you waiting on God, or is he waiting on you? Where you trying to say, grow up, get out of that little baby cup, and you're going to get what you want. You see what I'm saying? So, I hope you know you're important. I hope you know you all have a purpose. And I hope you can start aiming to get a bigger cup to fill that. And stop getting so small. You see, oh, I want more money. All that shit's small to God. I want this right now. It's small. That's nothing. When if you ask for a bigger cup, you're going to get more than anything. The cup is the capacity. Start asking for more capacity. Start making an effort for the capacity. Start realizing that. Be appreciative of what you already got. And I say, wow, if I could learn to increase my capacity, I know the cup is going to get filled up to the top anyways. Man. So, I hope you guys are excited about that. And at the end of the day, I don't want you to be excited. I want you to realize the truth that you are important. Because that's what we need. So we could get bigger capacity even in here. For all of you individual. You are not all going to be here to stay this little retail trader your whole life. Nah. Some of you have big things ahead of you. But you're worried about the cup. You're worried about the water. That's it. You're just literally worried about the water. You're like, I need this. And again, you're getting straight and you're getting mad at God. You're getting mad at other people. You're getting envious. You're getting jealous. You're getting angry. Why? Because you're not getting your cup filled when God's like, dude, it's already filled. You need to handle it. It'll be given to you gladly. With a smile on everyone's face. Everyone's going to be happy. Maybe not the people who don't like you, but still. That's the key. So you can relax. Stop stressing about the water. Start stressing about the cup. You get the capacity. We're in the game, baby. We're in the game. So, I hope you're excited. And I hope you value yourself in the position that you're in right now. And I encourage you not to blow it. Because you're so worried about overfilling your cup. You might get hurt depending on the material, right? I hope you value where you're at and where you're going. And value even the problems. Because that means someone's trying to stop you from getting a bigger cup. They want you to focus on the water, the storm. Isn't that funny? Water comes in storms, right? They don't want you to focus on the bigger picture, the cup. So, I hope that helps, ladies and gentlemen. Take that to the bank, baby. And I hope you enjoyed it. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed. You're on mobile. Press high chat, X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the Nightly Watch This in main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. And go get focus on the cup. Capacity, baby.